Oh yes, so Mr. Eba, is Zakayo still around the place?
Zakayo.
Zakayo, the most famous chimp.
Yes, the most famous chimpanzee.
Yeah.
No. Zakayo unfortunately died in 2018. Okay, he was a very, very old chimpanzee. He was the equivalent of what we call a wazei. Okay, so the man was 54 years old. And in chimpanzee years, that is very, very old. Yeah. So Zakayo unfortunately is no longer with us. His son, he sired, he got a biological kid on this island. The son is still around. His two wives are still here. Okay, and those I think that right now they're the joint oldest. One is Amina, another is Ruth,
Zakayo
also known as the
wives.
senior women. He had wives. Okay, that is a plural. Yes. So yes, here this is the Budongo Chimpanzee Island, and this is where we house our community of chimpanzees. We know that chimpanzee, the chimpanzee is the animal that resembles a human being the most, okay?
Yes.
So just like human beings, there are some things that we share in common with the chimpanzees, and even through their welfare and through the way we take care of them, you'll find that there are very, very many things that are interlapping. For example, our chimpanzees eat 4 square meals a day. Okay, so they eat 4 proper meals, and in between those meals they may have some snacks, okay, like ground nuts, maybe some bananas and things like that, but they have to have their meals every day catered for them. Unlike other animals, these ones here have a house where they sleep. Okay, so yes, they do sleep in a house.
Wow.
And just like people, chimpanzees are political animals. Okay, chimpanzees choose their own leaders. So the current leader, we are very, very fortunate to have found him just having a lie down. Should be this guy here in front of the tree. Okay? So that chimpanzee is sleeping just in front of this tree. His name is Aluma.
Aluma.
Aluma, yes. And he's the current leader of this particular group of chimpanzees. Now the beauty about the chimpanzee leadership is, yes, you are voted as a leader. However, if you do bad work, you can be removed from power, and someone else will come and take your place.
How do they do that kind of voting?
They are intelligent. They are intelligent and highly, highly political. Just like people, you give if you have people in a group, sooner or later they are going to somehow appoint a leader, or there will be chaos throughout.
How do you notice, as you people who work together with these animals, or how do you notice that this was the elected leader? Oh,
so how do you know that this is the guy that they have chosen to lead them? Number one, if you have a very interesting, if you have some food, okay, and if you have the very, very food that interests them a great deal, the leader is usually the guy who will take first pickings. So he's the guy who's going to feed first, even if you present this food to someone else. These other individuals will not have any of it until the leader takes his fill. Yes. And you also see his leadership qualities, especially when there are quarrels and squabbles. Okay, if the quarrels are very, very almost turning violent, the leader himself will come and he will use his judgment and look for the wrongdoer, and he will punish the wrongdoer. So there should be some sort of peace and order in the community of chimpanzees. Okay, and amongst other things, if you just see how the other chimpanzees, especially the lower ranking chimpanzees, associate with the leader, you'll find that they're not really so casual with him. They have to be almost on eggshells, because you come and you play games around this guy, you know, he can easily just slap you or dismiss you off with some, a few kicks and punches. So the other people are really, really cautious when they're around our leader, our current leader, Aluma.
Do chimpanzees swim?
Do chimpanzees swim? I think you're asking because you see this water here, yes?
Yes.
Interesting. Chimpanzees, do they swim?
Do
no.
they have fish?
Okay.
Do they eat fish?
Chimpanzees do not swim. Chimpanzees do not eat fish. Okay? Even in the wild, there are no reports of chimpanzees eating fish. Why have we put this water here instead? So this water, given with the information we have that chimpanzees do not swim, or put this water to make it as if to create a natural boundary. Okay, so this is what is keeping these chimpanzees on that island. And that's why they're not coming over here to interact with us. Otherwise, that would be a very different story in other things. So this water, it started off just as a moat, okay? But sooner or later, the fish were introduced here, and this actually creates another ecosystem. So the fish here are going to attract, they're going to attract other animals. You'll find some birds that love eating fish. You'll look for, you'll find some turtles, some monitor lizards as well, that come to enjoy the fish. That is not necessarily the chimpanzees' work, but the other animals that will come and enjoy. But the water's main purpose, main goal, is to keep the chimpanzees on the island, because you should remember, should know that chimpanzees are extremely strong, very aggressive. Okay, so let me just, if you were to have an arm wrestle with a chimpanzee, okay, you would lose every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So this is a battle you will never win.
And twice on
Sunday. So you will never win. You will never go into a battle of strength with a chimpanzee and think you'll come out on top. Never will that happen.
Oh, wow. Okay, my other question is, why are they the only animals around here that are kept in a house?
Why are they the only animals around here that are kept in a house? The house is not just for aesthetics or formality's sake. They sleep in the house because in that house, number one, remember, this animal is so close to a human being. And with current legislation, they are supposed to be in captivity. They are supposed to be treated with, the standards should be a bit higher than other animals, okay? Number two, in that house there, okay, there are different rooms, so they can easily be separated, okay? In case one, for example, gets sick, we can quarantine him away from the rest, so he doesn't spread his disease to the rest of the other individuals. In case they need some urgent medical work, it's easier to observe them when they're in the house, when you're a bit closer to them, so you can know this guy here maybe needs some stitches, maybe he has some parasites, maybe this one has some jiggers, this guy maybe has broken limbs, okay? So he needs some urgent intervention by the vet, and that observation can be done best in a closed place like the house where they stay. And also, if you want to come and make their lives, if you want to come and upgrade this environment, you want to come and put for them, you've seen the tires and the slack lines, okay?
Yes.
And sometimes we even create some some towers over there for them to just go play with and things like that. So if you want to do that work safely, you'll need all these chimpanzees in a different location. So that's why the house is there for them.
Wow. I've heard a story that the chimpanzees at UWEC don't take porridge without sugar.
Those stories are, fortunately, those stories are true.
Really?
So their breakfast consists of a few choice vegetables, okay? Porridge, a few cups of porridge, and boiled eggs, okay? So the boiled eggs, since we don't give our chimpanzees meat, okay, this is how they get their proteins. So the eggs are as if a protein substitute. Now the porridge, okay? It's very controversial, but they have gotten used to having this porridge with sugar. And just like people, okay, they've gotten to enjoy it. And right now, if you give these chimpanzees the porridge with no sugar, they're not going to have it, you know? They're not having any of that. So they need their porridge with sugar.
Wow.
Sugar is also helpful, okay, to these animals, because sugar gives them energy, okay, the energy to go moving around and doing other things, okay, climbing and just giving you energy just to do whatever you need to do in the day. So that is partly the reason why we had to add a bit of sugar in their porridge. But yes, they do take their porridge, the sugar-laden porridge very serious.
Okay.